Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 3D Blu-ray edition of Wonder Woman 1984. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Wonder Woman 1984 is now available on 3D Blu-ray, so if you still have that capability, this disc is now out for sale. As of right now, it is not in brick and mortar stores. You can only order this one online in places like Best Buy and Amazon. As for the movie itself, I did go over my thoughts on my 4K Blu-ray review, so I won't rehash them here. But suffice it to say, I was a little bit underwhelmed with the sequel. It had its moments, sure, but ultimately just something was missing here. But it's still something I may revisit on occasion. It's just not going to be a go-to as far as the sequel goes. Okay, now before we go over the picture quality and audio, first let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the Wonder Woman 1984 3D Blu-ray edition right here. Now, in America, there are no slipcovers for this version, but I did see that up in Canada, apparently they did get some slipcovers for their 3D Blu-ray, and other countries maybe as well. But if you're picking this up here in the States, don't expect a slipcover. So if you want that, you have to import, if it is actually region-free for other countries. Okay, so we do have the cover there, and we have the back, and then the spine, and then interior. Just slight little bit of artwork on the disc. So, all right, now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Wonder Woman 1984 on 3D Blu-ray has a 2:3:9 aspect ratio, which does occasionally shift to a 1:9:0 IMAX. For the picture quality, Wonder Woman 1984 has a good amount of color pop thanks to the 80s aesthetic. I would say more so on the first half of the movie. It really shows off. There's a lot of things with costuming, store signage, and just the overall vibe and aesthetic of this setting looks great. And I think it does pop here on the 3D Blu-ray. Black levels are good, just a little bit of elevation here and there, but nothing to really worry about. And I think detail and textures are nicely rendered here on this Blu-ray. As for the 3D aspect of this release, I think it's good. It actually has a lot of good moments. It's all about depth. Now, that's not to say pop-out doesn't occur. There are several moments where it does happen when Wonder Woman's deflecting bullets and towards the climax with Maxwell Lord and the swirling amount of papers around him. There's some pop-out there, but it's not overly consistent. And once again, depth, I think, is key here. When any of the characters are in a close, tight-knit shot, of course, you're going to lose a little bit of that immersive depth to it. But when Diana's, fighting or, jumping through the air or flying, that's really where your 3D elements are coming into full effect, and I think it does a great job. When Steve and Diana are flying in the jets about midway through the film, in the fireworks scene, when the jet's flying through that, wow, I think that's personally my favorite part of the movie in 3D. It looks fantastic, and it's just a visual treat for 3D viewers. Also, the scene in Cairo when she's jumping from vehicle to vehicle, that looks fantastic. It feels like she's right there in front of you. It is a good looking image. And there are several other moments. Once again, the climax with her battle with Cheetah, that looks really good in 3D. But overall, I think it's a good 3D image. If you have capabilities, you aren't going to be disappointed. Wonder Woman 1984 on 3D Blu-ray supports a DTS 5.1 audio mix. Once again, Warner Brothers is omitting the Atmos track, which is available on the Blu-ray and 4K disc. I don't understand the reasoning. Other studios are able to squeeze that track onto their 3D product. So for me, this is a mystery and ultimately a disappointing omission. For what we get, the DTS 5.1 is actually a very good track. It feels a little bit weightier than what we got on the Dolby Atmos 4K disc, a little stronger. But the immersive elements of your complete surround sound environment, unfortunately, is relegated to the 5.1. So no overhead action, which is disappointing. Action scenes come to life very nicely. You feel that boom and rumble whenever something happens with an explosion or something heavy hitting. The center channel with dialogue comes through clean and clear, no issues to report whatsoever. The front channels, they handle a lot of the action on screen. They do a wonderful job doing so. The rear speakers have plenty to do throughout the movie. Once again, the scene with Maxwell Lord towards the climax, there's a lot of wind whizzing around your head. Other scenes involving some gunfire and some action. Those bleed through in the rear speakers very nicely. And it is a very atmospheric, and a lot of action-heavy moments happen throughout those speaker placements. The LFE channel, I feel, is very good. I would even argue somewhat punchier than what we got on the Atmos track, a little bit more so. I just felt a little bit more impact. But when those action scenes kick on, it's very rumbly. It does give you a nice sense of oomph. And overall, I think the LFE is good. You're definitely going to enjoy it. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Wonder Woman 1984 on 3D Blu-ray an A-. I think colors are rendered very well. Black levels and detail are also on point. But the 3D elements itself, I feel are very strong. When they happen, it pulls you right into the world. It has a good feel to it. And overall, it's a very nice immersive experience. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one a B+. Once again, Warner Brothers omitting the Atmos track is a bit of a mystery, but the DTS 5.1 definitely packs a bit of a punch, especially in the LFE department, and there's some great immersive surround sound activity. That being said, after listening to the Atmos track, I was definitely missing the extra speaker placements, but still, it's a very good experience on its own. So usually when I review the 3D Blu-ray, a lot of people ask me if I prefer the 3D over the 4K or vice versa. I think in this case, I'm going to give the slight edge to the 4K edition. I like the visual color pop a little bit more. And while I do enjoy the 3D aspects of this release, if I want to go back and revisit it, I still think that the 4K comes out on top just a little bit. So that is my review of Wonder Woman 1984 on 3D Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking this up for yourself, I will go ahead and leave an Amazon link in the comment section. But if you have it already, I want to hear your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.